Folks, what I bring to you today is a scenario of two continents, where you see in one a flagrant display of brutish animalism, and in other case, you see a decorous civility. Decorous civility versus a flagrant display of brutish animalism. That is what you're going to see today. Now you ask yourself, what is the cause of this problem? Why is Africa like this? Why the transfer of aggression? Is it part of governance? I don't know if you have seen this before. Or this is an army officer, probably an official of government, so intolerant of other people, and he was ready to destroy and to brutalize anybody at any time on the street of Abuja. If you have not seen it, I want you to watch it. Look at it.
Well, let's begin what's trending with this video showing a major general of the Nigerian army and two other soldiers brutalizing a young couple in Abuja. The couple, Vashi Maker and Lami Jennifer, were traveling along Gwarimpa and was accused of passing the convoy of the Major General G.S. Mohammed and Corporal A. Abubakar. The couple were reportedly stopped with blaring sirens and brutalized. Let's take a look.
How did I pass your car? How did I pass your car? How did I pass your car? Oh, God. Then what's the problem? That's why he's dragging. My sister, come down. Jesus! Come on, come on. I need to bring the phone. Why are you coming? Give me the phone.
Well, all right. Thank you, Rufai, for sending me this story and making it go viral, because you did make it go viral. I think these are the sort of stories that we need to bring into the front burner. I did reach out to the army, and I think that they've also put out a tweet. Let us just read that tweet that the army spokesperson wrote on X. He wrote, "The circumstances leading to this incident are not clear at the moment. However, the acting chief of army staff, Lieutenant General Olufemi Oluyede, has ordered the immediate investigation to unravel the true circumstances surrounding this altercation. The Nigerian army remains committed to serving and protecting all law-abiding Nigerians as enshrined in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Therefore, we urge the public to be rest assured that due diligence will be applied to reach a logical conclusion on this matter." Signed off by Onyema Nwachuku. But we did see a petition. And in that petition, there was a detailed summary of how these couple, they're, actually trying to get married, university graduates, and how they were bundled up in a car and taken to the army barracks. They were held for 8 hours. In the petition, they demanded, I believe, 150 million naira for compensation. And I think this happened around November 11th, correct me if I'm wrong. And then they asked for that compensation. Nothing happened. That's when they released the video yesterday.
Truth has to be said. No matter what the army reacts or how they react that they're going to investigate it, it's not good enough. And it's a sad one for our country.
Unbelievable.
And that's why, despite the fact that we recognize the work the army is doing as regards keeping this country together, things like this are really off-putting. No matter what it's worth, another citizens torturing them. The America we so-called learn our democracy for, we don't learn army conduct. I have seen police officer stop military officers in America and get them arrested. In Nigeria, the reverse is the case. Maybe because of our military background. But we cannot afford to resume and return to things like this. So whatever the case might be, there might have been a skirmish on the highway. But beating them up, and after beating them up, arresting them in the petition, what he also says is that the person there said, you can't release them until I come back. So it was until when that officer came back to the police station. That's where they could release them.
Unfortunate.
So what kind of state are we running? And you can see the
Yeah,
videos
I thought it was
there
important to put this out
So
there.
we're going to wait on the army.
Yes.
Now, a situation like this still happening in the 21st century in Nigeria. I can assure you, nothing may come out of this. Nothing. Those who are waiting for justice may just wait in vain because of the people that are involved and because of the justice system in that country. Nothing may come out of it. And yet, I'll show you another display of civility. This one even happened to a president of a country. I want you to leave your comment on the comment page. Let's compare notes. And let's see how we can take our continent out of this mess. Look at another case and compare the two.
Shame on you, Macron!
You have blood on your hands! You have blood on your hands!
You have blood on your hands! You have blood on your hands! Shame on you!
Hey.
Shame on
Hey,
you!
calm.
He's coming
Be
towards
calm.
me!
Be
He's
calm.
coming towards us!
This is how you deal with people.
This is how you deal with children?
You are complicit in the genocide. You can stop it. You can say a word.
No.
No what?
No. Could you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Please, thank you. First, I was
President France sends money on bombs to
listen.
kill innocent.
Listen. Let's listen.
Please. First, we don't provide weapons, we don't provide financing. This is wrong.
You
Second,
provide
no.
political and diplomatic cover.
But come on. Look at what I told from the very beginning. From October 2023, France asked for a ceasefire in Gaza.
No, you said
we
they
vote.
have the right to defend themselves.
This is very true.
That's the first word that you said.
No, you're right, and I
I
say
know.
in the limits of international rule.
Yeah, well, we know that they broke those rules.
Yeah, okay. So this
from
is
the
why.
beginning.
But this is why.
You waited how long until
No,
you
this
said
is
that
why-
there was
But
supposed to be a
we want
ceasefire?
actions.
How
We
long did you
want
wait?
actions.
Come on, we are not
We
the
want
one.
actions.
But I agree with
You
you.
can
I
put
want
pressure
actions.
on
This is what
Israel.
we are doing in Lebanon today.
In Lebanon, like when you came when the explosion happened in Lebanon,
Yeah.
you came all the way there and you did nothing.
Come on.
What did you do?
We did the maximum.
No,
but,
please,
but-
save it.
No, but we are not the substitute of the government of Lebanon for what.
Yeah,
what
but you could have put
concerns the-
sanctions as well.
But we
and
are
you're not
putting
going to put sanctions.
But
Yeah,
we did put
on who?
sanctions, and we are putting
On who?
sanctions. And let's be clear, we are not the one to provide weapons there. So we call for a ceasefire. We went to the Security Council.
You need
we
to make
put-
actions to make that happen.
But what I want,
You should sanction Israel.
Like tens of hundreds
I
of
totally
thousands of
understand
innocents are
both
being
your
killed.
emotion. I understand you're so angry. I'm angry
No,
as
I
well.
lost my daughter.
But-
I lost my daughter.
So I do respect that, and all my condolences for that.
I still
And
have my
this is-
family there.
But
They can
let's-
be killed any moment.
But let's be clear, you have to make a distinction between those who are in full support or providing weapons and those who are doing their best trying to stop
It's
this
not
war.
your best, sir. It's not your best.
Yes, I'm
You
trying-
have more in your hands to be done, and you're not deciding to do that.
No, I'm
if you're
sorry.
in power and you can change nothing, you have to quit.
No, because
If
this
you
is not,
can't
this is not
take
in my
actions,
country. No,
you
but
have to quit.
I respect your emotion and I respect you're so angry, but this is not in my country. When you are a leader elected by your people.
But you're ally with Israel.
No.
Your country is big, one of the biggest allies of Israel.
But
You-
I'm sorry,
you-
we don't provide weapons. For
It's
what's
not about
happening in
weapons.
Gaza.
If
Yes.
you have a role to play, you can put an end to that.
And
right?
this is
By
exactly the role we
sanctioning
are trying to
Netanyahu
play.
and the war
as
criminals.
Well, and
Not
as
by
well, you don't
speaking.
mention it. Not just by speaking, but by trying to bring all together for an actual ceasefire and a mutual
How
recognition.
long that will take?
And
Tell me.
mutual recognition.
It's almost a year.
I agree with you. I'm as impatient as you
Is
are.
it because we're not white, we don't have blue eyes, you don't care?
No, there is no two standards on
That's
my
it,
side.
because like what happened in Ukraine, we saw the whole world
No, and look,
supporting.
a lot of people could be as angry as you are because in Ukraine we didn't stop the war as well. So I recognize.
But we could see what you did for the Ukrainians. Even Canada, that you are standing here.
But I can tell you, you recognize what I do for the
I know,
Palestinian people.
I know.
Because
but
you
like
speak about
hundreds
the
of thousands
Ukrainians.
of people
For instance,
are being killed as you speak.
When the Americans, under another administration, when Trump was elected, they stopped all the financing for UNRWA. France substituted this financing. We did finance.
Yeah, but that's not enough.
No,
It's enough.
It's never
that
enough.
doesn't cover for anything. How many people died?
But my point, because you refer to Ukraine, I refer to the point that we were here and we are still here to help Palestinian people. But today we are not the one to be involved in this war. So we do our best.
So who's involved?
It's Israel and the Hamas.
But Israel is not acting in the vacuum. They have like the whole West getting their back.
No.
Literally today they got $8 billion from the United States. You're not going to pressure the United States.
I'm not the
but you're not going to
president
pressure
of
them
the
to not
You
do
have
that.
power. You have.
So
I'm not talking about nobody.
You have a say.
My
You,
diplomacy.
France, you have power.
We have a
You can take
diplomacy.
actions.
We put all the weight of our diplomacy, and I do hope we will get concrete results. But I just want you to understand what we are doing and where we
It's
stand.
not enough. It's never enough.
I take
it's
your
too
point.
late. Even if you do something, it's too
And
late.
we started the position for a ceasefire in October. But in parallel, we have to work all together, and this is what we are trying to do, to engage all the countries in the region to stop with terrorist groups, because otherwise we will never
Honestly,
stop.
personally, with all
Israel is a
respect,
terrorist
with
group.
all
No,
respect,
Hamas is a terrorist group.
No, they're
no,
not.
no,
Because
no.
they're
It's a
resistance
resistance
fighters.
group.
No, Hamas.
They're
It's a
resistance.
resistance
I'm
group.
sorry, we totally
Yeah.
disagree on that, and what
Well,
you
of
are
course,
telling,
yeah.
no, but what
But-
you say is unacceptable.
but what- and
they
what-
killed
what-
hundreds of people.
So the Irish,
Sir.
what happened? What about the Irish? They're
on,
terrorists
come
before,
on.
and then what happened after that?
But you are
Israel is
mixing
an
everything.
occupying
No, we're not
power.
mixing everything. You just want to
Could you
believe your own
imagine-
lies.
But no, but you are with a lot of emotion. I do respect that.
Sir,
But,
under the
but
international
imagine
law.
you will face probably in your life the child, the mother, or the husband of somebody being killed by Hamas. How can you dare to say that?
How
So
do you
I don't
dare say that?
justify
Sir,
neither
sir,
a terrorist
under
group.
international
no, this
law.
is a terrorist group.
Away from
Under the
emotion.
UN,
I
they're
want
not
a
a terrorist
ceasefire,
group.
but Hamas.
Under
Away
the
from
UN, they are
emotion.
not
I
a
will
terrorist
have to-
Under
group.
international
I will have to
law,
rush to
Under
Israel
you, they
is
are a
an
terrorist group.
occupying
Under the
I
UN,
want
they
power.
are
to
not.
exchange this word
That's
with you.
international law.
We
Everyone
totally
knows
disagree
that.
on Hamas. I agree on the necessity of ceasefire. I will have to rush.
Are we going to agree that Israel is a terrorist state as well?
And you
No,
have
no, no,
blood
no,
on your
Netanyahu
hands.
is a
You have
terrorist
blood
state.
in your hands.
No,
You
I
have
mean,
blood in your
please.
hands.
In this video, I'm not here to judge the rightness or the wrongness of Emmanuel Macron. Whatever side he takes, either for Israel or for Gazans, that is the Palestinians, his allies with the US and other places, so those are not my concerns at all. What I want to feature in this short video is what I call liberty, egalitarianism, and a kind of freedom of speech, okay? Perhaps again, the civility of our government, example of how government should be, example of how tolerance should be in government, example of how to portray what we call people-oriented government. You see those people venting, they have the right to ventilate their anger on what they feel was very terrible in what Emmanuel Macron was doing. See how they confronted the president of a country. See how almost, defenseless the president looked. How vulnerable the president looked. My question is, who can try such a thing in Africa? Will you even see the president to talk to? In what occasion will you, ordinary human being, be able to accost your president and ask him a question? I mean, innocuous question, not accusation. What you saw there is accusation. You did this, you failed to do this, you should have done this. Why didn't you do this? This one lie in your power, but you didn't do it. You failed to do this. You have blood on your hand. Now, we are talking about hurling accusation on a president, a sitting president. Will such a thing ever happen in Africa? That's what I want to bring out here. African rulers, they rule like emperors. African rulers, they are far removed from the realities of their people. African rulers, they ostracize themselves. They are in cocoon, unapproachable. Nobody can talk to them. In fact, the intelligence people, the security around the president in Africa will not even allow any mortar to go close to them, let alone ask a question. Who's your father? Like our local parliament will say, who born you to talk to an African leader like that? the fact that you will not even have access to him. If perchance you have such access, the security guys around you will brutalize you. And the president will pretend as if he doesn't see you. This is the situation I just want to bring to limelight today. Africa, when will we be civilized enough? When will we be civilized enough to see our people, to see the people we rule over as part of us, as human beings, as partners in progress? When will that happen, Africa? I put this out there for us to learn and to share this video, particularly to those who are in government. Let them know that this is how to govern. This is how to govern. This is people-oriented government. If there is anything called democracy, this is a display of democracy. Government of the people, by the people, and for the people. This is Dr. Femi Adegbolu again. Remember, I always come in peace. The only peacemaker who always approaches peace with weapon of mass destruction, the truth. Till I come your way again, stay out of trouble so that we'll meet in peace. Dr. Femi Adegbolu, signing out. Bye.